All right, this was my pretty much failure of a trip to get to Eswatini or to Swaziland. I was only there for 24 hours. This was my 106th country, and it was not very eventful, to be honest. I really wanted to go here and see a lot of wildlife, but I booked a car rental. When I got to the counter, they told me it was like 3 or 4 times the price that it was online. I've been ripped off before in the past, and as a seasoned traveler, I know that this was just a tactic to get me to spend a lot more money than I really should have. So I ended up not renting a car here. I tried to take a couple taxis, but overall, the experience was just kind of a nightmare from start to finish. So the next day, I ended up just leaving and going back to the airport. And I'll show you guys my hotel and a little bit of what happened. All right, guys, I'm staying at the Royal Villas, I think they're called. And this is kind of awkward because they give you one room, but it's a shared home with other people. So when I first walked in here, there were other people here and I was so confused. I felt so uncomfortable because they thought that they had the whole villa to themselves and they didn't realize that we were sharing rooms. So I like walked in on their villa basically. So it was very awkward. But this is what it looks like inside. They have these like, I don't know, these dressers. It's like laundry, I think, down here. Oh, I might get my laundry done. That might be a good idea. So they have laundry. They have the fridge. And this is what the bathroom looks like. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought that this place was going to be a lot nicer based on the reviews online. But to be honest, it's kind of just like a normal hotel room, but you're in a house with other people, so it's kind of strange. I wanted to stay at the Hilton, but I didn't get there in time. When I got to the car rental place at the airport, they didn't have the car that I reserved, so I had to like hitchhike a ride with somebody else. And this is where they were staying. This is where their company function was at, so I just kind of like joined in. And the fair market exchange rate at the time was about 19 local notes to 1 USD. This hotel, they only gave about 16 to 1 USD. So it was a horrible exchange rate. As a tourist, I really just felt completely ripped off. I think the only way that you could possibly get to Swaziland without being completely and utterly ripped off and stolen from, to be honest, is probably to rent a car in Johannesburg and just to drive down. Yeah, it was not a fun time at all. Even a taxi, like a 15-minute taxi ride, they wanted to charge me $50 for, 50 USD for. And you can see the town here. It's not the prettiest of places. So I don't know. This was one of my least favorite countries, to be completely honest. Yeah, this place has been an absolute nightmare. Every single taxi that you order, they overcharge you. They won't give you a fair price on a car rental, and they basically just see you as a giant, like, walking dollar sign. The only way that I would ever come back here is if I rented a car in South Africa and I drove through the border, but trying to fly here and rent a car, it's not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend anybody do that.